This is Joy News Prime.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Joy News Prime on Multi TV. My name is Komladum. Coming up in this bulletin, President-elect Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo says he will carry through with his promises of bringing development to the people of the Volta region during a visit to Togbe Afede the 14th to celebrate his election as the President of the National House of Chiefs. And Christian Council of Ghana commends Ghanaians for the show of maturity displayed during the elections. And China accuses the U.S. of hyping up an incident in which its Navy seized a U.S. underwater drone in international waters in South China Sea. You can watch this bulletin live on DSTV channel 421, also available on GoTV channel 144 and across Europe on ABN television. Stay with us, more details. To our very first story, the President-elect Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has said he will carry through his promise of bringing development to the people of the Volta region. The President-elect's visit to the Volta region, Volta regional capital, I beg your pardon, who follows a special invitation by Togbe Afede the 14th to celebrate his election as the President of the National House of Chiefs. According to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he was pleased that the people of the Volta region gave him the needed support, which saw the NPP win the 2016 general elections.
The results of this 50% of the votes in this region. This is unprecedented. And I thank the people of Volta for their support.
We can now get onto a telephone and speak to our Volta regional correspondent, Fred Kwame Asari, for more details on this story. Hello, Fred, if you can hear me. What more has Nana Akufo-Addo been telling the people of the Volta region today? I'm afraid we do not have Fred Kwame Asari on the telephone, but I'm sure we will be trying the telephone lines one more time to get to our correspondent, Elton Brobe, who will be joining us shortly. Hello, Elton.
Yes, Kamala.
Yes, how did the day go for Nana Akufo-Addo during the visit to the Volta region today?
Well, Kamala, it was more like for him to introduce himself to the chiefs and people of the Volta region after, being voted for in the general elections. And the day also coincided with a special program to, acknowledge the feat chalked by Togbe Afede after his election to the presidency of the National House of Chiefs. So it was a gathering of the chiefs and people of the Volta region to congratulate Togbe Afede on his elevation to the highest office of the National House of Chiefs. So Nana Addo was there, also congratulate him, and further, announced to the crowd and the gathering that he's been elected as President of the Republic of Ghana. And then come the 7th of January, after when he's sworn, you welcome their prayers and support to enable him to deliver on the promises made to Ghanaians in the run-up to the election.
All right, Elton, what else has been happening? What has Nana Akufo-Addo been saying specifically, apart from congratulating Togbe Afede on his election as the President of the National House of Chiefs?
Well, he asked for their support and their prayers going into his administration starting on the 7th of January. And he made it clear that he's committed to fulfilling all promises made to Ghanaians in the run-up to the election. But he can only do so if the chiefs and people of the Volta region and across the country give him their support to enable him to deliver on what he has said he will do.
All right, Elton, did Togbe Afede speak, and what has he been saying?
No, not at all. He did not speak, and all the chiefs and people who were there to speak, the message was centered on the congratulations to his elevation, and the Deputy Minister for Tourism, Jifar Gomeshi, who represented governments, other particular government also congratulated him. So everybody who spoke, congratulated him because that was really what the occasion was about.
All right, Elton, finally, we know tomorrow the New Patriotic Party is holding a Thanksgiving service at the stadium. What are some of the preparations? Do we know what exactly the itinerary will be tomorrow?
From what I've been told, the program is starting at 10 a.m. and it is a special church service to give thanks to God and to give thanks to Ghanaians for voting the MPP. This is being organized by the MPP. Remember that yesterday, Friday, they held a Muslim prayers at the Aboso Okan mosque. So this is the Christian version, which is taking place at Accra Stadium. And the main aim is to give thanks to God. It's going to be in a church service format where a pastor will speak. Then after that, the two, Nana Adudan Akufo-Addo, the president-elect, and his vice president-in-waiting, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, will take turns to address the crowd. So basically, the program is starting at 10, according to them, and everything hopes to be over by 2 p.m. And the venue is Accra Sports Stadium. And then, from what we've been told, Nana Akufo-Addo will use the occasion once again to thank Ghanaians and to demand their support as he prepares to steer the affairs of the country from January 7th.
Many thanks to you, Elton John Bobe, my colleague there, who's been following the president-elect's team to the Volta region. Now away from that story, Kweku Baku Jr., we know him, he's the editor of the Crusading Guide newspaper, has been proffering some possible reasons why the NDC lost the general elections. According to him, the so-called Green Book by the John Mahama-led government, as well as other contributing factors, ensure that the president and the NDC lost the general elections.
The party NDC went to bed. If you look at the election results, particularly if you take it from the perspective of the outcome of the parliamentary, you would not be surprised. I mean, you would realize that the members of parliament, the parliamentary candidates, the campaign team, the district chief executives, as well as the metropolitan and municipal groups, I think they all went to bed. They were complacent. They were.
But a member of the National Democratic Congress legal team says the party's campaign did not effectively counter the argument that they had been in office for 8 years. Abraham Amaliba says the NDC campaign team, knowing that it was President Mahama's first term, allowed talks of the party being in power for 8 years take center stage in the public discourse.
The subculture of 8 years for every government, which has sunk into the minds of Ghanaians. We had a dilemma. We had a difficult task to try to separate 4 years of President John Mahama with the 8 years of the NDC government. Try as we did, the opposition kept hammering, it is 8 years. And I think we did not forcefully put that out. At the end of the day, two ideas were competing. 4 years, 8 years. And it appears the 8 years won the day. The MPP came out with juicy and tantalizing promises.
Now, away from that to some more stories, the Christian Council of Ghana is commending Ghanaians for the show of maturity displayed during this year's election, but is calling for a halt to all forms of physical and verbal assaults by party supporters. The council is also asking the Ghana Police Service to crack the whip on all persons perpetrating violence to serve as deterrent to the general public. Here are excerpts of that statement.
The Christian Council of Ghana says it wishes to congratulate Ghanaians for the exhibition of maturity, patriotism and dedication to the tenets of democracy by citizens contributed to another success story during the general elections. According to the council, it wishes to congratulate the president-elect Nana Akufo-Addo for winning the 2016 general national transitions to take its course.
Now, away from that, the Yuletide brings to many expectations of goodwill and an opportunity to make sometimes very ambitious resolutions. Now, with few days to the celebration of Christmas, Ghanaians across the country have been sharing what their ideal season's wishes are. But for some patients at the Accra Psychiatric Hospital here in Accra, an opportunity to reunite with their families and put smiles on their faces is just about enough. I was at the hospital earlier and I've come through with this report. While some Ghanaians have been making very ambitious Christmas expectations, the situation at the Accra Psychiatric Hospital is one of humble optimism laced with a load of hope. For some patients here, material things will not matter as much as an opportunity to reunite with their families and friends. For them, an occasion to smile again is more than enough.
As a new expectation is, I believe I don't want to spend it here since my time is up. My time got up 4th May, April 4th, and that is where I'm expecting my instruction that they take me out and I go home in peaceful. Then I spend the Christmas and the New Year at home.
So why are you still here if your time is up, and who are you calling on to get you out of here to celebrate the Christmas and the New Year?
They say my parents or the family should come and discharge me. So I'm hoping on them and I'm praying they should come here and discharge me before the Christmas.
But have you heard from your parents or your family since May?
Yeah. The last time my daddy came here and he visited me and I asked him of my discharge for about 2 months ahead. But the 2 months has reached. So I'm still expecting he should come and discharge me.
Pa, as we decide to call him, wants society to accept them once they are discharged from the facility. So what is your Christmas and New Year wish?
I wish my family members and friends all outside there, I wish them Merry Christmas. And I want God to help me to go through this moment successfully so that when I go there out, I will be able to join my family and friends, and I want them to accept me. I want to tell them it wasn't my intention of being sick or something. It's something that brought about my being here. So when I go home, I want them to welcome me with a happy arms here.
How long have you been here?
I was admitted on the 15th of July this year.
Any other special message you have for your colleagues and people out there who may come here to support you?
Okay, I want to tell people out there that when someone is like mentally ill or something, they shouldn't have to reject the person because it's not the person's fault. It's something which can happen to anybody. So they have to be, and when they bring the person to the hospital or the institution, they have to regularly visit the person, and they have to make the person feel as if, make the person feel he is human. They shouldn't have to neglect the person.
Bernice, not her real name, who has been abandoned by her family, prays they are blessed financially so they can pay her a visit at the facility this festive season.
Atare, asomade,
Tijuana o bompai se odessa nyama we na bebreo.
Ademi buteni be ntimi bompaisa aban fa bi mle.
Usa for we.
Babusa for ai takwa kwan ni mo.
Baby omo no asembe na wo catch mo so that bonya na ye baby don be ba be sra no mama we ni age.
Me manwa bisiapa. Me san echia woni me bompa ma won se nwaduma won ye ne nkoso wonye sika fa meslami.
Meanwhile, the Evangel Heralds of Joy group of the Pentecost Church at Chimota District has donated items worth 8,000 cedis to the psychiatric hospital to cushion management ahead of the Christmas festivities. The items include toiletries, food items, and other medical supplies. All right, so we go for a quick commercial break. We'll be back with business. Stay on. Welcome back. You're still watching Joy News Prime here on Multi TV. Now to business. Some bankers have expressed confidence in Ghana's business environment just days after the general elections, which saw Nana Akufo-Addo elected president. This includes the managing director of HFC Bank, Robert Lehant, who says the country's smooth way of running the electoral system is a good attraction for investments to thrive. In an interview with Joy Business, he expressed his readiness to work with the incoming government.
A real fantastic transition that I'm seeing so far over the last 4 years and taking Ghana again to new heights.
That's it for business. We go for another break. Kweku Asari-Bediako returns with sports. Stay on.
Nivea Rich Nourishing Body Lotion.
It's now time to run by you the very latest local and international sports news here on the Saturday edition of Joy News Prime. My name is Asari-Bediako. Let's begin with the 2015-2016 Ghana Premier League Awards, which was held on Friday night at the banquet hall here in Accra. And I guess you'll be interested in finding out which individuals were rewarded for their outstanding performance last season.
On the international front, China has accused the U.S. of hyping up an incident in which its Navy seized a U.S. underwater drone in international waters in South China Sea. The Pentagon said the drone was being used to carry out scientific research and must be returned, and warned China it must not happen again. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has accused the Chinese of stealing. The incident is among the most serious military confrontations between the two powers for decades. That's it for the international news. But before we go, to echo the need for a healthy lifestyle, especially during the Christmas celebrations, Africa World Airlines, in partnership with H&A Group, organized a charity run themed to get into fitness mood. Joy News' Faustina Safo was there, and here is her report.
Countdown to Christmas. This is a time for rice, chicken, ice cream, and fizzy drinks of all kinds after the Christmas festival.
When they are done with the day, they think that the next thing to pick up is the junk food.
On that note, we end Joy News Prime here on the Saturday edition. Thank you for joining us, but I would like to say a special congratulations to my colleague Latif Idrisu, who took a break today. My name is Komla Adum. Have a good evening.